Okay, welcome back to some more random arena runs. In this run, I decided to go for something that's pretty cool. It's level 3 skunk into double dolphin. It's the idea of it is to completely destroy one-man teams, or like one-unit teams. So if they just have like a 50-50 with melon armor, and that's their entire team, the rest is just like scaling that unit, then you'll absolutely destroy them with this team. Because, of course, the skunk reduces them down to 1 HP, and then the dolphin attacks the thing with the lowest health, which would be that one attack unit, and the double dolphin is just to ensure that even if they have melon armor, you're still gonna kill it. And parrot dolphin or tiger dolphin would also work, but that's the general idea of the strategy. It works out pretty well most of the time. Obviously, it's gonna lose to like penguin scaling or like cat scaling or seal scaling, stuff that like scales the entire team. But a lot of people will rely on monkey scaling, and that will just mostly make it so you have one strong unit, so this can counter that pretty well. Anyway, to talk about the actual start, started with mosquitoes. I think mosquitoes are generally pretty good, but they're actually a little bit worse in arena, just because most people don't actually go for the pill turtle strat and get melon armor, even though it's really good. And that's the main purpose of mosquito, obviously, is to pop melon armor. But that's not really like a huge thing, so most of the time if you can go for like ant, fish, otter, that kind of stuff, I think I prefer that. But here I get an early giraffe, which is pretty interesting. I think that's a pretty good early unit. It is turn 4, not turn 3, but I will definitely take it. And then I also like putting meat on the giraffe just because its stats are obviously really skewed towards health, so making it a 7 and 5 actually makes it a pretty useful unit. And that +1/+1, even though it doesn't seem like much, for some reason it seems to make quite a difference. Here I take a loss, not a huge deal. If I'm actually planning on going late game, you kind of want to lose the earlier rounds because they don't really matter, and you will like guarantee that you go to late game. But I mean, it doesn't really matter, just whatever happens, happens. And here I go with more swans. If you're going for like a specific meme build, it's pretty nice to just have swans to really like roll hard for it. Like I really just need like dolphin, which is tier 4, and skunk, which is tier 4. So I need both of those on turns like 7 and 8, hopefully. And then just need to get skunk to level 3, but you have chocolate to help out with that. Here, so my early tier 4s were bison and rooster. I kind of think that rooster isn't as good as most people think. Obviously it was heavily nerfed, and it's still a pretty decent unit. If you can get to late game with like a 50-50 rooster, obviously its ability is still really good, but most of the time I don't think it's actually worth the investment. I'm like already scaling a different unit besides the rooster, and pivoting to the rooster, not like, super good, I think, but I could be proven wrong. I still think it's a pretty decent unit. And we get the snail buff. They're nerfing snails in the upcoming patch for the test server. I find the dolphin, that's pretty nice. And yeah, so the nerf to snails, instead of making it +2/+1, it's just going to be +1/+1. I'm really happy with that nerf. I think it's a pretty severe nerf. Like, snails are just bad now. I would pretty much never buy them, except for maybe turns like 5 and 6, but after that, the buff is really, it's like a penguin, right? So it's not really worth it. Or like leveling up a level 1 fish. +1/+1 is not a lot. Here we go, I get the skunk. So skunk reduces the highest health unit. I think it's actually very good. I've won a lot of arenas because of skunk. And if there's any tier 4 that you're going to take besides penguin, I think skunk is the second best, at least in my opinion. And we're looking pretty good. So this mosquito has been scaled quite a bit, and we have melon armor on it, so like, yeah, I think people kind of underrate melon armor. I was watching a Northern Lion video where he was talking about how to win, and he says always take turtle, and I think more people will start to listen to that because turtle's clearly one of the best units in the game. I think it's actually so good that they could potentially think about nerfing it by changing it to like a tier 4. Just having melon armor that early doesn't really make a ton of sense. But here we go. So I'm actually becoming like a 1-unit team myself with this penguin, or not this penguin, this monkey scaling. And I'm just relying purely on this mosquito and then the skunk dolphin. But you know what? Most of the time it works out. Like, monkey is truly just a great unit, and yeah, unfortunately we lose that one because of splash attack. Don't see that too often. And now I'm just looking for a parrot or another dolphin or even a tiger, I guess. The problem with tiger is that it's just worse than parrot. Its stats are literally worse, and so you just want to find a parrot instead of a tiger. But just get a bunch more skunks. Go double skunk, why not? The way it works, so if you have a level 2 skunk, you'll reduce the highest thing by 66%, but if you have 2 level 1s, you'll reduce the first one like down 33%, and then if there's another one that now has more health, you can see there, it will also reduce the dog. So double skunk, also pretty nice. And once you get level 2 skunk, if like you're talking about late game, then if you have a 50-50 with melon armor, you can actually one-shot it because of the level 2 skunk, and that can make a huge difference in a lot of these games, because yeah, then your 50-50 will continue to live. Here, just completely mess up their build because of the dolphin. That's always nice. The sheep, like, makes... Actually, I don't know if it really messed up anything, now that I look at it. I didn't really think that one through. I guess they would have spawned everything anyway, but here we go. Double dolphin and the little level 3 skunk, so we get the dream build that I was going for. Now, you do want to make sure that the skunk has higher attack than the dolphins, because the order is that the thing with the highest attack in battle, or like its ability goes first in battle. So the skunk has 12 attack, dolphin has 7. That way it's reduced to 1, and then the dolphin snipes it. You gotta make sure that's a thing. But when you're going for level 3, I mean, that's already gonna be +5/+5, so you probably don't have to worry about it too much, unless if you're also leveling up the dolphin. You can see I slow it down. It's pretty satisfying to reduce something to 1 health and then just immediately kill it. Yeah, pretty nice. It's a very fun build to go for. The problem, of course, is that like double dolphin doesn't really do too much as long as their team is not just a one-person team. I wouldn't really recommend keeping dolphins around for too long. I think skunk's a great thing to keep around. Also, the level 3 mosquito is it's slowly becoming more and more useful as more people buy melon armor now. But we just get to sit back and watch. I turn off the fast forward. I want to keep the excitement. So you can see they've got a 34-35, which I popped the melon armor with the mosquito. That's not even necessary because of the double dolphin, but works for me. And then there we go. We killed their strongest unit without doing anything. It's pretty satisfying. I like it a lot. And now we just need one more win. I'm thinking like, okay, we can go for level 2 dolphin. I mean, it's not really necessary at all, so just because we don't really have anything else to buy. I mean, I guess like melon armor on the skunk would be nice, or like steak on the weaker units, but pretty much set for our team at this point. And the final round. I kind of forgot I was playing against all packs here, so there is a caterpillar, but the mosquito goes off and then the skunk, so we reduce their rhino, their strongest unit, we immediately kill it, and then their caterpillar transforms and we immediately kill that as well. So pretty much destroyed their entire team before it even started. And there we go, there's 10 wins. It's a pretty fun build. I recommend trying it out if you want to. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.